Hello, love. Welcome. And first and foremost, congratulations. You are officially on the priority list for the Food Freedom Method. So if you are here, you are most likely a woman who is struggling with their relationship with food and their body. Maybe you are counting every calorie that goes into your body, obsessing over the food that you're going to be eating for your next meal, over exercising, or potentially just spiraling and doing nothing and feeling just this level of despair, guilt, and disconnection from what your body and food should feel like. And I totally understand. I have been there before. And what we deeply desire, what I used to desire, was a relationship with food where I felt like I could eat the things that I loved, that I could listen to my body's internal cues, and could overall have a freeing, liberating relationship with food and have less anxiety about what I am eating and how to take care of my body. And you are not alone. I too struggled with that so deeply, which is why this topic and why this program is so near and dear to my heart. There was a time when I was in my early 20s specifically, and I was at odds with my body. I was in complete disharmony. I felt like everything that I ate didn't sit on my body well. I was struggling to lose weight. I was obsessing over every single thing that I put into my body, using MyFitnessPal to track every calorie. I also was tracking my workouts, and if I skipped a workout or ate something that was not on my list, it would spiral me and it would leave me feeling anxious. And it was very hard for me to enjoy my life. I was just always obsessing over this stuff. And I remember having a pivotal moment where I was in a really bad spiral with food, thinking, this cannot be it. And specifically when I was traveling in Europe, I remember seeing women, beautiful women of all different shapes and sizes, mind you, enjoying a dark chocolate cake, sitting out at a cafe, sipping a cappuccino, eating a luxurious dessert or a croissant, some of the things that were off limits to me, and just looking like they were enjoying every morsel. And I so deeply wanted that. And that's when I decided to find a way. And so in all of the different studies that I took, learning holistic health, learning Ayurveda, learning somatic healing for the body, the number one thing that helped me shift my relationship with food and my body was learning how to heal and regulate my nervous system. And that is exactly what we are going to be learning in the Food Freedom Method. When I started to do some deep diving and realizing that my relationship with food was actually one of scarcity and deprivation, and that lived in my tissues, in my nervous system. And some of this behavior is inherited and some of it is actually learned through society, through diet culture, through social media, through the way that our parents or the people that we live with interact with food. A lot of that is how we learn or how we develop a relationship with food that's either healthy or unhealthy. And so it's our job to start to unpack all those layers, to understand how our relationship with food developed, and ultimately heal our nervous system and re-regulate ourselves to be coming from a place of abundance and grounding energy and understanding from a place of joy and pleasure that we can eat in a way that feels guilt-free and that feels like we understand. It can be an intuitive experience of what foods sit well in our body. And I am just so excited to share with you this course, the Food Freedom Method, that I have created. It's my signature program to help women use nervous system regulation to help heal their relationship with food and their body. And so here's a few things. The first thing to look out for is an email from me, and it's going to give you a few next steps for you. And then I'll be sharing some things along the journey, but our cart opens on August 4th. That's a Tuesday. And so that's officially when the doors open for the Food Freedom Method. And you can enroll at that point in time. And it's a 6-week program that I'm just so excited to share with you, with a group of women that we're all going to connect to really unravel some of these relationships with our body and food, and on the other side, find the freedom and the joy and the pleasure that is our birthright in our bodies and was always ours to begin with. So I'm just so honored and thrilled that you are here, and I will see you soon. Bye.